probably have never thought of the green movement and Feng Shui in the same statement, but they actually share an awful lot of things in common. And that's what I want to bring up to you in this module. Again, one of the things I try to do is to open up your eyes to all the possibilities. You're going to run into clients who are very interested in being green. And because of your background in Feng Shui, you're going to be able to easily help them in some of these aspects also. Now, what do these two things have in common? Well, to me, they have an awful lot in common, but you can reduce it down to maybe comfort and using the natural world positively. Green buildings are designed in such a way to reduce the impact on the environment and human health by efficiently using energy, water, and other resources, and of course protecting the occupant's health. And you know that Feng Shui works with energy and it aids health also. Now, directions are very important for both philosophies. Certainly, some people think of Feng Shui as a lot to do with directions. And I'm going to bring up directions here also, but in a totally different way. And we're going to be looking at where the sun is and trying to benefit from it. Certainly solar energy, using the sun for energy can be a very positive aspect of somebody living the Feng Shui way or the green way. Direction is important in Feng Shui, but also when thinking green. I want to save some people discomfort, and I want to save them some money too. And by doing those kind of things for somebody, you're giving them an added benefit that no other Feng Shui practitioner is probably going to be doing. There are special directions that you might want your client to consider when they're building a home or where they're actually living right now. And it can help them. And again, it can save them money. So thinking about where the sun is and where the wind is coming from, you can really add some benefits. Now, there are types of plants that can help with the heat and with the cold, okay? So using the sun can create a savings on their heating bills. And if you help them with the landscaping, you can really create a savings on the cooling bills in the summer. So we're going to talk about those aspects right now. And again, making their house, their environment more comfortable. To me, nothing's more important than Feng Shui. Some information. A well-positioned tree can save up to 25% of your home's energy for heating and cooling if you use it well. A single shade tree equals the cooling power of 15 air conditioners. A windbreak, which we're going to talk about, can cut winter heating bills by 10 to 30%. So a windbreak is a big benefit for many green reasons, but even in Feng Shui, a windbreak can be part of the protection, part of the classic armchair. Here's an example. You can see from this overhead picture, they have thought about these things. And if you notice, the trees are not just single, they're in two lines. And in some cases, it'd be better to even have 3 lines of trees if you have the room for it. So evergreens actually block the north winds in the winter. There's your mountain behind this house. Whereas the deciduous trees can shade it in the summer. And then when they lose their leaves, you can allow more sunlight into the house. That wind velocity, in some cases, can be very, very powerful. Again, we try to stay away from forceful energy, forceful chi. if you use the windbreak correctly and you have a buffer like this on that side, it can make the wind go right up above it and cross over top the house. So again, we focus a lot on the classic armchair. First day we met, we talked about the classic armchair. So if you look at this picture, it represents the classic armchair. We've got the mountain back and behind. We have the armrest to the left and to the right, and we're thinking about direction. We're thinking about where the sun is. So in the summer, this would protect things very well. But in the winter, we have a totally different situation. Well, the evergreens are still there. They're still cutting down those heavy winds from the northwest. But the trees that were deciduous have lost their leaves, and that sun that is now really low lying can now have a little more benefit for us and help to heat the house up a little bit more if we think about it. Now, there are times that the deciduous trees might be in the back of the house and that the evergreens might be in the front. So you take your compass and you find the directions. But again, you can help them a great deal to have a much more comfortable 12 months with using landscaping. So direction is not just a feng shui thing. A lot of home builders and designers, they need to spend more time thinking about window placements, building orientations, and a lot more comfortable places would be in existence at this point. Very, very important that you can help people this way.